Today I am about 90 minutes northeast of St. George and about 30 degrees cooler. I'm in Brian Head, Utah, and here I'm among the pine trees. It's beautiful, it's cool. This is a ski resort town. It's actually the highest one in America. Let me check. The elevation is at the base is 9,800 and at the top 11,300. So super high. They get a lot of snow up here, but it also means during the summer it's nice and cool. And you see mountain biking going on. They use the resort area by having like the ski lift open so you can see the beautiful view on the ski lift. They have a disc golf course and hiking, of course, a tube that you can like take down the mountain, tube slide thing. What else? Zip lines, bungee cord jumping thing. Anyway, they've just made it fun to come up here with your family. You can pay for like individual activities at the Brian Head Resort, or you can do like a day pass and kind of do everything while you're here. So that's fun. And during the summer and then during the winter, of course, skiing and snowboarding. They have beginner levels to advanced. So today I'm going to highlight a lot and just kind of talk about what you need to look into when you're buying a lot here, going to build a cabin, or just a place to park your trailer. The one we're looking at today is in the Cedar Breaks Mountains Home Sites subdivision and is listed for $210,000. And you will see, if you were to look up the subdivision right now, a wide range of prices. And so I kind of want to talk about why lots actually all through Brian Head are going to have such a wide range of cost, but maybe be a similar size. This one is 1.01 acre, and you will see, sometimes you'll see a 0.25, on the small side, or 2 or 3 acres. So you're going to see a variety of sizes, so that's going to impact price, but also utilities. So the lot I'm standing at today, the neighbor up the street built a cabin, and so the utilities have all been run by the house. So now whoever buys this lot, they don't have to pay for that. They're just bringing the utilities from the street onto their property, which saves so much money. And so that pushes up the price of a lot when utilities are nearby. I will say here are also like septic tanks for these cabins here. That's pretty common here in Brian Head to have a septic tank, but there are areas that have sewer. Also, if you have the money, you can run sewer to a lot of places that maybe don't have it. You could run it here, but you're going to be bringing it from quite a ways away. So that's going to be a lot of money. And when you get a septic tank, during like due diligence, when you're buying a lot, there's a test that you can make sure to get done to make sure that that lot actually could have a septic tank. There are different things they're looking at, and so if your goal is to build a cabin, that's something to maybe look into. Most likely this lot would be totally fine because there's been a cabin built on each side and across the street from it, and they all have septic tanks. They were all approved. So you look into that when you're looking. And some lots here are totally off-grid. They have solar or generators. They have like a water tank, and so those lots are going to be a lot cheaper. And also, what is the access during the winter? This lot, you're on a paved road quite a ways up here, and then it comes to a dirt road that's been widened and it's plowed. And so you have year-round access to this area. Just down the street, you actually don't. The road kind of narrows, and they wouldn't plow that at this point. With the upcoming plans and stuff, that eventually will be plowed, some of the roads further on. One reason they're plowed is we have fire hydrants by all of our lots, and so they do make sure that the roads that have fire hydrants are plowed in this Brian Head area. And Brian Head is full of lots of people who are here to vacation. There's not a lot of people who live here full time. Somebody told me there was like 80 properties that are like full time here. So most people are just It's like either an investment property where they rent it out and enjoy for their family, or strictly investment property, or it's just for their family and they come up and use it whenever possible. So there's a lot of different options in this area, but a lot to look into when you're buying a lot and making sure it's accessible, because there's nothing worse than finding out that, you know, the snow's gonna hit and the road's gonna be closed and you're gonna need a snowmobile to get to your cabin, and just learning how to also winterize and care for your cabin. So these are all things to take into consideration, but also like the memories and the fun that you can have here. It's absolutely gorgeous and the cooler weather is amazing. I will say the mosquitoes can be a little annoying in this area. Like right now I'm totally fine, but I have been here in July before where I was like, oh, this is miserable. So I needed a lot of bug spray. And so that can be a problem sometimes in the summer, specifically July is what I hear is the worst time. I also want to mention like businesses, as far as like there is like a couple little like general type stores, a place you can get pizza or sandwiches. So there's a few places you can go to get some food, but you'd most likely go into like Cedar City to do your grocery shopping, to get gas in your car, those kind of things. I actually don't know where they get gas when they live up here. I can't remember seeing a gas station. So anyway, those are all things to take into consideration. Oh, another thing to look at when picking out a lot is actually the slope. That's super important. You will see that some of these cabins are built into like a mountainside, and they've spent a lot of money to do major piers to kind of hold it into the side of the mountain, or you're going to see lots that are pretty flat or kind of a gradual slope. The one behind me I'd say is more of a gradual slope, which is nice. But you will have to do a little bit with the slope. Also, like how many trees are on the property. This is heavily wooded behind me, so it is going to take quite a bit of clearing, but just for where you're building the cabin, which gives you that private feel. Like you go in just a little ways, build your cabin back there, and you're surrounded by these trees and you feel like you're all alone. But for my peace of mind, you've got neighbors on each side, so you're really not all alone. So I like that. But that is another thing to take into consideration. Kind of what is it going to take to prepare the lot for the building? Is it steep? Is it heavily wooded? Those kind of things. So I love bringing clients up here. It gives me an excuse to come and cool off. So if you would like to explore this area or have any questions, all my contact information is below. I'll talk to you soon.